connection issues that happen, and I don't know if that live is going to be back up. But I just want to put out there. Just finished doing some late night marketing. As I preached to you all before, you got to do the daily revenue activities for your cargo van business so you can have those $200 days, those 300, $400 days, or those $1,500 to $2,000 weeks. You got to do the work even if you don't feel like it. Like I was saying before, I did not feel like coming out grinding tonight, putting up flyers and stuff. I had to do five buildings. All of them had four floors, and so as I was saying before I lost connection, even though I didn't feel like it, once I got done doing all of the work, um, I felt a lot better, and I feel like I have a lot more energy to go out and do more. So I think I would have felt a lot. I think I would have felt really really bad if I woke up tomorrow and I didn't do what I did tonight. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is behind the scenes on what goes on in building a cargo van business. You got to do the work that a lot of people just don't want to do. A lot of people, they want to be in business, and they think, well, if I buy a cargo van business, if I buy a cargo van, um, I'm in business. That is not true. You got to put in the work. You got to get out and network. You got to go to the hospitals. You got to go out to the college campuses. You got to go where you got to go to get your word out about your business and the type of services that you provide, because everybody has problems. Okay. Um, and the biggest thing that I'm trying to put in this community is you have to make yourself an option. Okay, I'm him. He says we back. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm him. I think I lost connection on that last video. I had to move to a different location. I have better lighting here as well. So this is what you got to do. All right. I think I put out close to 200 to 300 flyers tonight. The previous night, I got about 150 to 200. I'm getting low on flyers, so once I get done doing this next batch, I'll start making my next ad creative. And I've already got that planned out. I already got the text for it. I just gotta create some time and uh, put in the work. I got to go into Photoshop and make it and stuff like that. But again, this is what you got to do, guys. And what I was trying to put out there before I lost connection in the last video, in America, you got to boss up now. Okay, you got to be a problem solver. You got AI. You got all the stuff that's going on with immigration. You got things being outsourced to other countries and stuff like that. So even if you have a job, okay, even if you have a great job, you still need to be out looking in your marketplace or another city that's next to you, or city that has a lot of upward mobility, and start thinking with a business mind and start to see what problems can I solve, okay? Because you're going to need that extra money. I was in the store the other day, and bacon that used to be like 5.99 is $10 now. So, you know, things aren't going to change when prices start going up. They just, they don't go down. So you got to make more money. Okay, you got to make more money, and you got to position yourself to where you are getting good clientele. Okay, because unfortunately the middle class is being wiped out, and it's the haves and the have-nots. So the thing that I'm trying to put out there and show you all, that this is what goes on behind the scenes, that a lot of people, I'm not going to be one of those creators that's just like, um, I just showed up and money just appeared. I'm the greatest thing. I don't think that's healthy for people, because I've learned that a lot of people are really actually looking for help and just trying to have a better understanding on how business works, what goes on behind the scenes, and I want to break the fear that you may have in doing that, in the things that you may think of as, well, what are people going to think about me? I used to have that, and a lot of times I still have it, but I force myself to still do this. Okay, even though I'm a seasoned entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur over 10 years. I still get nervous going up to a complete stranger and introducing myself and passing out a fly. But I still do it, and I feel a lot better um, after doing that. And after a while, it starts to build you up, start to make you feel a little better. But you have to do these things. And here's another thing too that I've learned in the marketplace with dealing with people: that human to human connection is way better than the digital connection. Okay, this is why I invest so much into flyers and direct mailers and stuff like that, because I got a better response. I've spent tons of money on digital marketing with Google, um, Facebook. I had a digital billboard. I did all of that stuff. Okay, but I made more money with all of those combined. Okay, all of those combined, I've made more money um, meeting up and coming people that's coming out of college, or young professionals, or moms and dads, and me coming up to them and passing them out a flyer or whatever. That and just having a little conversation meant the world to them. Okay, and I don't know what it is, what's going on. I think with all the technology, maybe we're becoming more separate or something like that. But that's, I don't know, maybe y'all let me know, but I've started to notice that. So again, I just want to show you all what goes on behind the scenes. um, um, Okay, I'm him. Just respond. He said, "Welcome back, everyone. Please make sure." Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, most definitely. I'm him. Um, like the video. Well, El Macho, how do you put money towards business when all of it's going towards bills? That is a great question. What I do, when I make money, I'll go ahead and put the money that goes to. I have five accounts. Okay, I have an account that goes to operations. I have accounts that goes into what goes to me. I have an account that goes to marketing. I have an account that goes to taxes. Okay. So this is why it's so important to how you price your services. And this is why it's so important that you know who your ideal customer is. Okay. You want people who is going to be able to pay you well. And you want to know who's going to pay you well? People with money, people who have disposable income, and people who value their time. Okay. If you are servicing people who don't value their time, you're going to have problems, paying bills and reinvesting back into your business. So that is a great question, El Macho. So if you aren't um, making the amount of money that you would like, ask yourself, and got somebody, ask yourself, who are you serving? And is this the target audience that you want to serve? And are the services that you're providing in your local marketplace, will they pay, what will they be willing to pay for that service? Okay. So I would need to know a lot more about what it is that you do. Well, first off, Zach, you are not a loser. I don't know if you are an American or not, but that's a great question, but never look at yourself as being a loser. Exercise that I use, because I'm human and I overthink things as well. But there's a free audio book on YouTube that you can listen to, how to stop worrying and start living. Okay. And most importantly, Zach, is you need to take action. Okay, actions drive away the negative thoughts. Okay, actions drive away the negative thoughts. That's why I went out tonight. It's going on 3 o'clock in the morning. I did not feel like coming out here and grinding. I'm really, really tired. Like I said, I've been going back and forth. Dealing with my truck, trying to get my truck out of the shop, and every day I'm grinding. But if I didn't put in the work tonight, those bad thoughts would have woken me up. Those bad thoughts would have really, destroyed me, and so therefore I'm helping myself by driving those bad thoughts away by taking actions. Every day is a daily grind. You got to deal with yourself, the war within your head, the war that's out in the world. So that's a great question, Zach. So like I said, you can't there is no avoiding the hard work that you got to do to succeed in the cargo van business. Okay, there is no avoiding that. You have to put in the work to succeed in the cargo van business, people. Okay, if you don't do that, excuse me, I think you're going to end up having some problems. You're going to have somebody like me in your marketplace that is just going to just take all of your customers. Okay, so my biggest thing is, like I said before, I'm going to continue to say this because repetition is how we learn. Data, data, data. You want to build relationships with people. Okay, I'll create a video later on down the road explaining how an individual who had a successful business was approached by a very, very successful corporation. They wanted to buy his business because of the market share that he had, and he didn't have no data, so no deal. Okay, so um, I really want you all to succeed, and I really want you all to have what I wish I had when getting into business. And, again, thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you all for everybody that's here watching. Most importantly, safe travels out there on the road. Let's see, we got somebody. Okay, yep. Safe travels out there on the road, and I will see you all on the next one. Shout out to I'm Him for the great advice. Again, I'm Him. I'm trying to figure all this out, but that is some very, very good advice. So, you all have a great night. I'm about to head in, and you got a busy week ahead of us. And again, tomorrow is Labor Day. So again, I gotta, place these I got to put that bait out there. I got to place those seeds out there, because people are coming in and out of town, and once they start to get their busy schedule going, they're going to need somebody to solve their problem. So if you're in a cargo van business, you have a delivery service, you got a ride share service, you got a moving company, you got if you have a entertainment service, whatever you are in the cargo van business, you got to continue to put your brand out there because people will forget you. I saw something the other day that in America, people have 47,000 negative thoughts a day. Okay, so people are all over the place. You got to be able to break through that some type of way. Okay, all right. So while whatever world, whatever war that's going on inside of people's head, you have to put in the work. You got to be strategic in how you do it, and this is why I'm here. I want to be your guide into being successful in the cargo van business. So thank you all for this opportunity. Safe travels out there, and I will see you all on the next one.